There's a moment, quiet, almost invisible, when you realize that time doesn't wait. The clock doesn't stop for your doubts, and the world doesn't pause while you think about what you could do. It keeps spinning, and you can either chase it or get left behind. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. You can start today. Not tomorrow, not when things feel perfect, but now. Because 2026 can be your turning point, if you decide to make it so. You see, excuses can feel comfortable. They wrap around you like a blanket of justification, whispering, "You'll do it later." But comfort can be the enemy of growth. Every excuse can cost you a step, and every step missed can become a mountain you'll have to climb later. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. This journey can be yours, but only if you stop waiting for someone to hand you the map. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine what your life can look like if you gave it everything. Not halfway, not almost, everything. Picture the version of you who never said, "I'll do it next week." The version that stood up even when the odds were uneven. It always seems impossible until it's done. The truth is, nothing can change until you do. You can't control the storm, but you can control your sail. There can be days in 2026 when you feel tired, lost, and uncertain. Those days will test your patience and your purpose, but they can also reveal your strength. Because pain can be a teacher, and struggle can be the proof that you're still fighting. Bob Riley said, "Hard times don't create heroes. It is during the hard times when the hero within us is revealed." Every setback can carve out resilience. Every failure can shape your character. Maybe you've been holding on to the idea that you'll start when life calms down, when the conditions are perfect. But perfect can be a myth, and waiting can be the slowest form of defeat. Napoleon Hill says, "Do not wait, the time will never be just right. Start where you stand." You can begin where you are with what you have and still build something extraordinary. Because 2026 doesn't need to be the year things happen to you, it can be the year you make them happen. This is the call, the moment before the leap, the whisper before the roar. No excuses, no hesitation, just you standing in front of a year that can define the rest of your life. You can feel it, that pull inside your chest. That voice that whispers, "You were made for more." But too often, the noise of the world drowns it out. You scroll, you compare, you hesitate. And yet, deep down, you know the only thing standing between who you are and who you can be is the fire you refuse to ignite. Sam Levinson said, "Don't watch the clock, do what it does. Keep going." Because success can be built in silence, in the moments no one sees, when you're pushing, sweating, and refusing to quit. Discipline can be the spark that separates dreamers from doers. Dreams can inspire you, but discipline can build you. Every morning you rise early, every distraction you silence, every task you finish when you don't feel like it. That's where greatness can be forged. The gym before sunrise, the extra hour of study, the decision to focus instead of scroll. These small moments can be your proof of commitment. You can't always control motivation, but you can control movement. Motivation can fade, but momentum can grow. Keep moving, even when your energy burns low. Keep building, even when no one claps.
Because the applause doesn't make you strong. The process does. The grind can be the story that shapes your soul. And yes, there can be pain. There can be nights when you question everything, your goals, your worth, your purpose. That's when you have to remember, diamonds are formed under pressure, not comfort. Jean de La Bruyere said, "Out of difficulties grow miracles." Pain can refine you, not define you. When the world tells you to give up, that's the exact moment you remind yourself why you started. In 2026, you can be unstoppable. Not because everything goes your way, but because you keep moving forward even when it doesn't. Every setback can be fuel, every failure a lesson. You can't always see the progress, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. The roots of greatness grow underground, unseen, steady, patient. So light that fire, feed it with discipline, protect it with purpose. Let it burn through every excuse that tells you not today. Because when your fire burns stronger than your fear, you can create something powerful, something unshakable.
There comes a point when you realize the biggest wall isn't in front of you, it's inside of you. Fear can whisper that you're not ready. Doubt can tell you that you'll fail, but you can answer back. You can remind yourself that fear can only live where courage is absent. George Adair said, "Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear." Fear can exist, but it doesn't have to lead. Courage can. You can fall, stumble, even break, but you can also rise. You can rebuild. You can grow stronger in the ruins of what once scared you. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Every scar can be proof that you didn't back down. Every bruise can be evidence that you showed up when it would have been easier to hide. Because courage can't be found in comfort. It can be born in challenge. The truth is, the limits around you can be illusions, fences built by fear, not by facts. You can stretch further than you think. You can run faster, work harder, dream louder. The only limits to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. The mind can either be a cage or a key, and in 2026, it can be your moment to choose which it becomes. Some people wait for opportunity, others create it. You can be one of the builders. You can take what you have, your talent, your pain, your hunger, and shape it into something unstoppable. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. You don't need permission to rise. You only need the decision to begin. Every giant leap in history started as one small step of belief. There can be storms that make you doubt your path, moments when the sky feels heavy and your direction unclear. But remember, even the storm can pass. Even the darkness can teach you to see differently. D.H. Sidebottom said, "Stars can't shine without darkness." You can find light not by avoiding the storm, but by walking through it. Because strength doesn't come from what you escape. It can come from what you endure. This is where transformation begins, when you face the wall and instead of turning back, you run straight through it. You can rewrite your story, one choice, one risk, one brave act at a time. The world can tell you you can't, but your soul can whisper, "Watch me."
This is it. The moment before the sunrise. The calm before the charge. The story you've been writing in silence can now roar into existence. 2026 can be the year that changes everything. Not because time will magically shift, but because you will. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And belief can be the foundation of everything. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to believe enough to begin. You can look around and see 1,000 reasons why it's too late, too busy, too risky, too uncertain. But those reasons can't define you. The truth is, progress can be built from persistence, not perfection. Vince Lombardi said, "It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up." Each time you stand again, you can reclaim a piece of your strength. You can rise not as who you were, but as who you're becoming. Success can look different for everyone. For some, it's building an empire. For others, it's peace of mind. But the core remains the same. You can choose to show up for your life. You can chase the thing that keeps you awake at night. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. The power has always been within you. The question is, how far will you go to unlock it? 2026 can be your canvas. Each day can be a brushstroke, each decision a color. There can be mistakes, smudges, wrong turns, doubts, but they can all add depth to your masterpiece. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Within you can live resilience, creativity, and the courage to keep going. You can design the life that once felt out of reach, one choice at a time. So here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dream, your purpose, or your destiny. But you can rise and claim it. You can silence every excuse with action. You can replace every doubt with progress. The best way to predict the future is to create it. You can build, fight, and rise, because you still can. No excuses, no waiting for the perfect moment. 2026 can be your year of action, your year of courage, your year of becoming. When they ask how you did it, you'll smile and say, "I stopped waiting. I got it done." This is your time. No excuses. Get it done.